Daylight, my MVVs, welcome.
How Adetutu told Igbi to confess everything or lose her son in the fortnight, and Igbi break down in tears. They said that was how this whole thing happened. Now, you know, Adetutu is a very strong seer, but a sophisticated one at that. The most beautiful, sophisticated seer that I know. Yes, so that happens to be Adetutu, my people. So, according to her, Igbi was coming back from wherever she went to see Afar, and was entering and going to her apartment, and they met at the lobby. According to Adetutu, she quickly saw Igbi burying the boy within their, rights, right? And she could not bear. These are women who are human, like in nature, who know exactly, what it means, right? And she stopped Igbi. Igbi stopped. And she told Igbi that in the fortnight, you might lose your son if you're not careful. You need to go and, purge yourself of everything that you know. But I don't understand why you continue to protect people who will not protect you for 1 minute. That you're protecting people who are against you, people who will want to put everything on your head. Why haven't you spoken up till now? You have gone to so many places. And they told you that some of the treatment that they are giving right now, that is supposed to keep this boy until the final ritual is done when the jewel comes back. It's not working. The boy is going through pain and suffering. You are the one who is causing it because you have refused to purge yourself. Why? How mean can you be as a mother? What do you want from this child? Adetutu told Igbi. Igbi break down in tears. It was Adetutu. Because the moment she passed Adetutu saw everything she needed to see. But at this time, for the sake of the innocent boy, Adetutu had to relate it to her. So it was that night that, she got home. She thought through everything and started crying. And now ran to go and meet her friend, Fumi, who is a member of the Ile Abba Felola household. And Fumi carried her to go and meet their head of their household, where she sat down and related everything to their head. That was how the head related it to Gaisano family. And that was how it got to the Great Lion. According to Adetutu, there is a particular leaf that is very rare and strong. I would have given you the name of the leaf, but I may not be able to call it because they called it in Yoruba. They called it a Yoruba name for me. I may not be able to pronounce it. They say where you find that leaf, when you go into the groove, the leaf is protected by big snakes. It's one of the most powerful leaves. Adetutu told me that one of the biggest problems you have is that you feel that money can do everything. The people who went into the groove to get that leaf for you, they risk their life and they risk everything, but you think it's because of the money that you gave them. It wasn't just about money, it was about saving your son. They have brought the leaf. They're supposed to grind the leaf and rub on the body of that boy because of those things coming out to relieve the boy. But they have done all of that. It is not working. You yourself, you use your mouth to say it is not working. Do you know why it didn't work? Why it's not working? It is not working because you are holding so many evil secrets. if you don't purge it out, your son will waka. These were the things that Adetutu told Igbi that shocked Igbi, that Igbi had to run to go and confess. Igbi started crying and begging Adetutu, that Adetutu seemed to know how to help. Adetutu said, even if I knew how to help, I wouldn't. Because if I do, it will still not work. The only thing that you can do for these things that you're doing to work is to confess all your atrocious, dealings to the world. This is not the time for shame. The shame that will come will be bigger than this, because they said the former husband, that is the father of the boy, has already threatened to come to the palace. The man has been threatening, if anything happens to my son, if anything happens to my son, if anything happens to my son, the man has been threatening. And so this is where we are. So as we are hearing what is going on, when Adetutu told Igbi all of this, Igbi Igbi could not hold herself. Igbi was clearly unsettled. Igbi had to run. She was not sure if she should speak or not. They said she had gone to Orokitan to go and tell them that, look, she does not want them to call her a betrayer, that her son's life is on the line, that she will open her mouth to talk. When they were telling her to come back in 4 days to come and carry something that she will use to treat her son, this, so that she will not talk, Igbi ran to go and meet her friend Fumi, and Fumi said, look, if you do not talk, it's you will lose at the end of the day, because of course it's your child. It does not matter to them if anything goes wrong with that boy. You are the one that is to be blamed if you don't do anything. That was how they carried Igbi to Ile Abafelola elder house, where she sat down and narrated the entire ordeal to the head of Ile Abafelola. That was how they brought the issue to the Great Lion. And the Great Lion could not believe that, look, these women could go this far. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget that these are all alleged, Ramadan verified information making the rounds on social media and shouldn't be seen as fact.